What's up YouTube? I'm Adrian and I'm back again with another man weave transformation tutorial for you guys. It's been a little while since I posted last, like 2 months. I promise to not take that big of a gap again. I just got really busy over these last couple months. I got a big announcement I'll be making here in a couple weeks. So you guys make sure you stay tuned, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed yet. Today's video, I'll be showing you guys a mini afro unit, similar to the first unit I posted back in December, but this one, the installation process is a lot different with the way we're gonna install the hair. So make sure you take notes, pay attention. All the products I'm using in this video are gonna be down in the description below, so you can go down there and check them out. Make sure also that you follow me on Instagram because I post a lot of stuff on Instagram as well. But I'm not gonna waste too much more time talking before this video. Let's just go ahead and get into it. Alright, so you see the before pictures here. If you're not familiar with my videos, I sit here and I'm watching the video with you, coaching you through it. If you guys got questions, make sure you leave them in the comments and I'll try my best to answer as many questions as I possibly can. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into this unit. You see my client right here. We're gonna change his life today. We're gonna do a big transformation. First thing we're gonna do, like I said, we're doing a mini afro unit. So I want to preserve all of his natural hair that I possibly can, and I just want to kind of build around it. So I'm just going to pick it out. I'm just going to get my canvas ready, you know, kind of figure out what I'm working with before I jump into it. First step I'm going to do here is, you can't really tell too much in the video, but in person, you can still see where his natural hairline was. So before I just shave the top bald, I want to preserve his natural hairline and get it, you know, as close as possible as I can. So I'm just going to use his natural hairline that I can see. It's kind of hard to tell in this video where it is. But I'm just going to use that as a guide to make my hairline. Again, now this is like the most important part of the process. You have to make sure that you get this line straight. If it's not straight, when you go to put the hair on and then cut it down, the line's going to be crooked because wherever the glue is where the hair is going to stick. So use this line as your guide to make sure you get the line as perfect as you can. Again, always ask your client where they want their hairline. Try not to do something that's super unnatural. Try to keep it as natural as possible. And now here I'm just going in and I'm just cutting his hair down. I got these clippers just all the way closed, equal to a 3/0 blade if you're using blades. You don't have to go all the way down to the skin. But I mean, you do want to get close to the skin. You just go. You don't have to shave it. It doesn't have to be completely bald. There could be some stubble there. It's not gonna hurt the unit at all. Just going through and making sure I get a nice even base that I'm going to start to work with. The preparation is a big part. You're setting yourself up for success, so you want to make sure that you prepare the surface so you get the best possible results. And right here, all I'm using is scalp protector. And I'm just going to put the scalp protector anywhere that I'm going to put glue. Now with this unit, there's not going to be a whole bunch of glue, lace wig glue on his skin, just because I'm going to build the unit on top, similar to past videos if you guys seen it before, where I put the wrap and the cap on. So that way I don't have to use a ton of skin protector. I'm really just putting it around where I'm putting the glue. And now I'm using a different lace wig glue in this. This is a Super Bond lace wig glue. It's down in the description below if you have questions about it, you want to try it out. I don't use this one that often. It's a lot more sticky than like the Bond Hold or Ghost Bond or any of those. And so I try not to use it much, but I did want to change it up a little bit in these videos just to show you guys there are more products out there that you can use than just Ghost Bond or you know, the scalp protector I use. There's so many different products out there, and I'll try to use a wide variety of them to try to mix it up a little bit. I know a lot of these products it's hard to find in like your local beauty supply stores, so you have to go online to Amazon or other websites to find a lot of them. And so what I did is I just made a line of glue, just a circle of glue around the bald area that I created. And now right here in the middle, I'm just gonna put, you know, if you need to do a circle, I just did a little cross on this one. And I'm just gonna use that glue to lay this wrap down. So you see, if you compare this to other videos where you see I use a lot of glue on your actual scalp to lay the hair down, this one I'm not laying a lot of glue. And now I'm just gonna take my black hair wrap, and I'm just gonna wrap it around wherever I laid that glue. And this is going to create my base to help make my unit moisture resistant, and it's going to be able to hold up to water a lot better than if you don't have one of these bases and you just lay the hair. Now, as you can see, this is a bigger black wrap. Sometimes, or most of the time, I say I use just a standard size black size wrap. My beauty supply store here in town didn't have those at the time, so I just got the jumbos. You can use the jumbo ones. You can cut them down to whatever size you want. You know, you just really tailor it to the area that you're working with. And now where I put the cross in the middle with the glue, I'm just gonna lay that cap down there. And to get the rest of this cap to lay down, I'm not gonna use the lace wig glue again, I'm gonna use black hair glue. And so you'll see in a second, I'll pull that out. And I'm gonna lay that super hair bond, black hair glue. And I'm gonna lay the rest of this wrap down with that. Now this is still a lot of wrap. If you want, you can cut the wrap, like I said, this top to make it smaller so you have a smaller piece to lay down. Your end goal is to get it to be flat. And you know, I've came up with different little tricks to help it lay down and get it nice and flat so I can put my cap over it and my unit lays nicely. So there I just laid down the other half, and I'm just gonna put some more glue on each end, and I'm just gonna lay those back down. Yeah, it's crazy. I took a 2-month break off YouTube. It wasn't really a break. I was still working, doing a lot of stuff. But yeah, I'm back, and these videos will be back out consistent again. So if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and then follow me on Instagram as well. So now I'm just gonna use a little bit of extra black hair glue and just kind of smooth it over those creases that I created, and then take my blow dryer, and I'm gonna get this cap to be 100% dry before I go on to my next step. This hair unit, this is probably one of my favorites that I've done, just because of the reaction of the client afterwards. I mean, it's been a while since he's had hair, or a full head of hair, and so just to see, you know, his reaction, with how happy he was, this is a pretty fulfilling unit to do. Now, as if you've seen previous videos, you see I always use the black cap. So wrap, cap, put the cap down. We're gonna glue this cap down on top of this wrap, and then we're gonna cut it off. Make sure you pull that cap all the way down. Like I said, you wanna create a nice, smooth surface, so that way when you go to lay your hair, you have a nice landscape that you're working with. And then I'm just gonna glue around in a circle. Similar to like the way I laid the lace wig glue, where I just put it around the circle, and say I'm gonna do the same thing on here, and I'm gonna put a cross down the middle and down the side, and then I'm gonna kind of press it down into the cap. You'll see here in a second. So here now I'm making the cross. And then I'm just gonna take my finger and I'm gonna kind of press that glue just down, because I want this cap to adhere, or the wrap to adhere to the cap. So you see what I'm doing here with my finger, just kind of pressing that down in there. And then I'm gonna let this dry 100%. If you're in a rush, use your blow dryer. You don't have to use a blow dryer. This glue doesn't take a long time to dry. I find myself using the blow dryer most of the time. Just, you know, like, it just helps to speed up the process. You wanna respect your client's time, because this process can take a long time if you just let the glues dry just freely. And then when you're blow drying, make sure that you use cool air. You never want to use warm air or hot air. That's going to help reactivate the glue, make it sticky and slimy. And then after you get that that basic glue dry, you want to go ahead and you're going to cut this cap off. You see, just following around where the glue was, cutting that off, and now I have my base set, and I can go in and I can start laying the hair. Cut that cap all the way off, and it doesn't have to be all the way down, touching the existing hair or anything like that. Just enough so you can lay your hair. Just, you want to create a nice smooth foundation. Make your job easy. So now for his hairline, I'm going to use electrical tape. Again, in this video, I'm not using Ghost Bond or Bond Hold or any of those other glues. I'm just using this Lace Wig Strong Bond Hold. Again, it's not my favorite. It's super sticky. It can be hard to work with, but again, I just want to be versatile with the different products I'll show you guys. So I came across with my 2 pieces of electrical tape, and I'm gonna take a 3rd piece, just right in the middle, because this, like I said, this glue can be hard to work with, so I want to try to just get this as straight as possible on the first shot, so that way I don't want to have to go in and have to start moving glue around with scissors and stuff, because like I said, it's super sticky, super tacky glue. You can see it, how stringy it is. And I'm just going to take this whole area that's not covered with a cap, I'm going to fill this with the lace wig glue, and then I'm going to take a strip of the Cuban twist hair as my hairline, and I'm going to lay that over it. Now with this, sometimes like if I don't have popsicle sticks, I'll use old combs. This glue right here actually comes with like a fat popsicle stick you can use to kind of smooth the glue out. But yeah, popsicle sticks are, I'd say go buy a box of like 100 popsicle sticks for like $2 or whatever. That way you're not wasting combs, because once you get this glue on anything, it's not coming off. Again, you can see how stringy it is right here. And I'm just using the tip of the glue applicator just to kind of smooth it out and get a nice smooth base. Now as soon as you get that smoothed out, this glue dries fast, and once it dries you have to put more on if you don't move fast enough. But take the tape off immediately. If you let the glue start to dry over the tape, then when you go back and take the tape off, then it's going to peel off parts of the glue and you'll be re-adhering glue again. So here I just took a piece of the Cuban twist hair that I have used in previous videos. This is down in my description below as well. You click the link, you can take you right there to buy it. But the Cuban twist hair, I always use it for the hair. Now, I don't always use it for the hairline. Most of the time I use it for a hairline. It blends in well and it lines up really well. And I'm just gonna go ahead and cut off the excess ends that I don't need. And also don't make the mistake of leaving the tape on and then coming back and putting the hair over the tape. I've done it before and it's a mess. So now I'm gonna take my Milky Way Q-Twirl hair. This is the hair I'm gonna use for on top. And I'm gonna take it out the package. I'm gonna keep it tied in the bundle, and I'm just gonna comb it out. Like I said, this process is a little bit faster process when you go to install the hair. And so you keep it on that bundle, comb it out, get it real nappy, and then you're gonna come and you're gonna cut that tie off. See how I still had it tied up? So for him, I'm gonna use 2 bundles, and I'm gonna comb both of those bundles out, and I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna put my glue on first. So I'm gonna cover the whole cap with glue, and then after that, I'll go and I'll cut those ties off those bundles, and I'll lay those bundles. So again, go ahead, fill the whole cap up with glue. Now this glue also, it doesn't dry, or it doesn't hold right away. And so what I like to do is, you can see I let it dry a little bit. Give it, 3-4 minutes. That's when it really becomes tacky, and then when you put the hair on, the hair is gonna actually hold right away. If you try to put the hair on right away when you put the glue down, then the hair is just gonna fall right off. So now you see I'm going in, I'm gonna cut that tie off these bundles. Try to use like some old shit that you don't use anymore. If you use your new stuff, they're gonna be dull, and try not to use your best tools on synthetic hair. So I'm gonna let this kind of fluff out a little bit, and I'm just gonna place this on top on the first half of his head. So kind of starting from the front and just bringing it back, just to cover up half of his head. Now you don't have to use only 2 bundles. Not everybody's head is the same. Most people you're going to use 2 bundles, and then I don't think you'll ever use 1 bundle, but you use 2 bundles. If you need 3, use 3. If you need 4 bundles, charge them another $100. But no, usually 2 or 3 bundles usually does the job. If 3 doesn't do the job, yeah, I don't think I've used more than 3. So. And I'm just gonna get this hair to sit perfectly on that glue. I'm gonna take my second bundle, same thing, and I'm just gonna lay it the same exact way I just did. And you wanna make sure that the bottom, the part that you cut, the flat part on the bottom, lays down into that glue. Just the way I just laid it right here. And like watching it on video, it looks like there's no way this is gonna come out. It's not gonna look good. Like this isn't gonna work. But this, like I said, this is a way to do this afro unit and cut your time down significantly from using the track hair. With the track hair, it takes a little longer. You gotta split the track, then you gotta go in, measure them out, cut them, lay them. Like I said, this, you just comb it out, cut it, place it. It'd probably cut your job down by a half hour at least. And now I'm just gonna take a blow dryer again with cool air. And I'm just gonna go in. I'm just gonna kind of pat the hair. I want like the roots I created to adhere to that glue well. I want to be able to actually pull the hair out. You'll see in a second. If you can't pull the hair out, then you probably didn't lay it right. It shouldn't come right out. But I'm just gonna kind of pat a little bit. You can get down to the bottom to the glue and make sure it's adhered well. But you see how I pull it and no hair comes out? That's how you know you got it laid down right. You don't want to be pulling hair and hair coming out loose. If you do that, then you didn't get all the hair to lay down perfectly like it's supposed to be. So after you get the hair placed, you blow dry, you get it dry, no hair is coming out, you can go in and you can start cutting it down. Once you get to this part, it's a free-for-all. You do what the client wants you to do. There's no right or wrong way. Now we're just doing a regular haircut. We're just gonna shape up his afro. With this guy in particular, you've seen how his natural hair was in the beginning. And so what I'm gonna do with this, I'm just gonna even this up with his natural hair and shape it up, make it look nice, line him up, taper him. That's all there is to this process. So you've seen the installation of it. Now, like I said, we get to this part here, and let your client dictate the length they want. Let them tell you the look they want, and you go in and you create it for them. And most of the time when I'm shaping up the synthetic hair, I usually use an old pair of magic clips, the wall magic clips, or I use an OA blade for my Andis BGRC or Oster 76, whatever clipper you prefer. But those two, I think work the best. And again, you want to use like old clippers. You don't want to use your everyday working clippers when you're working with the synthetic hair. Here in the future, you'll see we'll get into some of these man weave videos where I'm using human hair, I'm using a lace unit, and you can use your actual good clippers on that because it's real hair and it's not going to dull your blades like the synthetic plastic hair will. So again, you'll see me switch between my OA blade on my BGRCs and my wall magic clips. And I prefer to use the OA blade on the BGRCs, but the thing is it gets hot so quick sometimes you can almost, like when you're shaping the hair, you can almost smell it cutting the hair like it's burning it. But yeah, I mean that's really all there is to it. Again, I'm just shaping it up. I evened it up with his natural hair. Got it down to the length that he wanted it. And then I just went through at the end and I tapered. I tapered his sides, I tapered it back, lined up his face, and that was that. So if you guys aren't subscribed to my channel, make sure you do subscribe to it. Hit that bell so you're notified every time I upload new videos. I'll be uploading every Monday and Thursday. Here's the before and after pictures. You guys see how drastic of a transformation it was. Yeah, I mean, like I said, this is one of my favorite units to do just because of the reaction of the client at the end. So, but yeah, you guys got questions? Make sure you hit me up. Leave me comments on my Instagram. I see those probably more than I see the messages. just because there's so many messages coming through. But yeah, follow me on Instagram, subscribe to my YouTube. That's all I got for this. I'll see you guys on Thursday. This has been Adrian the Barber, and I'm out.